Gilad Atzmon, hello.
Hello, good morning, Paris.
Good morning. We were in England with you recently in
Yeah.
Nottingham, where one of your gigs have been cancelled because of your political views. I remember for our audience.
The concert wasn't cancelled. I was stopped from performing in a cancelled venue, and the council now confirmed that there is no ban on Gilad Atzmon, and I'm welcome to come back wherever I want. They look into it. They said that it all happened in the light of Charlie Hebdo. It was just a few days after, and
Okay, so that was in Gedling in Nottingham, and we
yeah.
did a couple videos that night about free speech. I remember that I recall that you are the author of numerous books, including The Wandering Who, which is
Yeah.
a study about Jewish identity politics, and you are also a famous jazz musician. You've been on the headlines of Jazzwise, one of the biggest jazz magazine this year, and you just released your last album
The whistle
called The Whistleblower.
available in France, by the way.
And you plan to play also in Northern England, in Manchester, in a music institute.
Yeah.
But a lobby called the Northern Friends of
The Northwest
Israel.
Friends of Israel.
Yeah. They put pressure on this music institute in order to not allowing you play. And this institute, according to your words, just surrendered and canceled the gig because of safety reasons.
Yeah. The Northern Royal College of Music published a statement, and the statement says, black on white, that their decision doesn't reflect any political matter or decision. Um, um, it is all due to safety issues. Apparently, the Northwest Friends of Israel has managed to intimidate a precious British institute. They basically terrorize them. People can go and see the the petition that they put, and the language is vile. The comments are vile. It is very, very concerning. Why it is concerning? For a few reasons. First, we are seeing a foreign lobby, a lobby that calls itself Friends of Israel, managing to push and intimidate and terrorize a precious cultural institution in this country. And this is obviously once the news broke out, I published it, and the college is under serious pressure from all over the world. There is a petition with a lot of signatures, a lot of artists,
Yeah,
a lot of
1,700 signatures.
yeah, it's like we're growing rapidly. I guess that it will be a few thousand people today. This is very embarrassing to the college, and the college is embarrassed about it. I spoke with their marketing director. I wanted to check with him the possibility of rescheduling, and he told me, "Listen, we don't have any issue with you, but we have a safety concern." And I realized, the Britain sends thousands of soldiers to fight allegedly terrorism all over the world. I think that maybe we should send just a police force to visit the people who runs this terror organization in Manchester called Northwest
Friends of
Friends
Israel.
of Israel. Now they have a good reason to be scared of these Zionist extremists. As you probably know, George Galloway was attacked recently and was severely injured by a Zionist extremist Jewish militant. The situation in France is similar. These people are fueled or driven by violent energy that is celebrated on a daily basis in Palestine by the Israeli army, by the IDF, by the by the Jewish state. So this is where we are standing. But there is a further concern, and I think that some Jews start to see it and start to react to it. In the last 2 months, especially since the Charlie Hebdo attack, there is a huge cry in this country about the rise of anti-Semitism. A lot of Jewish leaders are suggesting that there is that hatred to Jews is growing. We already learned that a quarter of the Jews here want to leave the country, and the vast majority of Jews don't see future in this country and in Europe, which is very strange, by the way, because most Jews are living here for decades, and you would expect that after such a long time they would manage to settle, to learn how to dwell in a place, and to become British. The power in this country is immense. 80% of our conservative MPs are friends of Israel. Hardly any of them are friends of Liverpool or Hartlepool. And here is the big question. If Jews want to be loved in this country, the last thing that they want to do is to be associated with a brutal campaign against one of our most precious cultural institutions. If Jews want to be loved in this country, the last thing that they want to do is to try to terrorize yours truly, myself, one of the prominent British jazz artists. In some papers, they say that I'm the artist gigging jazz artist in this country, and they're probably right. This reflects very badly on the Jews, but there is a good news as well. Because the Jews all the time tell us that they are against cultural and academic boycott. By the way, I'm against cultural and academic boycott. I get into a lot of problems with Palestinians because I say that I do differentiate between a tomato and an engineer, or between a metal beam and a guitar player. I want intellectual exchange. And I'm very happy with Bibi celebrating his horrid symptoms in front of the entire world in the Congress. And I'm very happy to see the Congress bowing, because this is the real meaning of Jewish power. I want things to be manifested. I want morbidity to be manifested. I want clever ideas to be celebrated. And I'm against all measures of cultural or intellectual boycotting. But the Jews here, for 10 years, they are telling us we are against cultural boycott. And apparently, they're very enthusiastic about it. They just don't want to be boycotted. Now, this is hardly surprising, because cherem, the word cherem, that is English translated into excommunication, is at the heart of Jewish culture. Sometimes you're lucky just to be excommunicated, because if they really get angry, they nail you to the cross. This is what they did to my spiritual mentor, Jesus Christ. If they're unhappy with you, as they were with Uriel da Costa, you have to lie down in front of the synagogue, and they would walk over you. And this is what happened to Uriel da Costa, and he eventually committed a suicide. They did it to Spinoza, and they do it to me. And I'm delighted. I'm delighted. I'm taking every penalty and celebrate it. I have a website that part of it is dedicated to the measures, to the vile measures inflicted on me by my the people who were used to be my people long time ago. It's okay. It's okay because I believe that these tactics that they put into action actually present their vile collective attitude. Now, interestingly enough, some Jews start to see now how dangerous it is and how badly it reflects on the Jews. And they now try to find a way to say, oh, it's not good. We shouldn't have that. It's just music. His music is good. His anti-Semitism is not good. I don't know. You can read it. You know it. I just and there was a very clever comment by another musician. She put it on my Facebook and she said, if a Polish immigrant virtuoso pianist comes to play in the college, will the college stop him because it's because some UKIP, it's kind of 1 hour kind of a national patriotic anti-immigration party. Will they stop him because he upset some UKIP people? Where are we going? Now, this is a battle, British people are very excited about the battle on Britain. I think that this is the battle on Britain. It's a battle whether this country is a free country or a Zionized open air concentration camp. Now, it is very clear that at least this week, Manchester and Gaza has something in common. We are subject to Israeli vandalism, brutality. Obviously, the situation, I don't compare the situation in Gaza is far worse, it's a limited comparison. But the meaning of it is that we are all Palestinians. And we are fighting back. And we will be liberated, both in Palestine, both in France, in Britain, in America, everywhere. I decided to let it boil. To let it boil. To let this Jewish organization, foreign lobby, expose itself to the max, to let my career, be at risk. But I believed that I will win. I believe that I would win, and we are winning here. We are winning. Yesterday I've been in RT in Russia Today, and it they did a special about it. It will be out on Saturday, I think. Yesterday, the Guardian called me. They just couldn't put it in yet, but I think that it will be tomorrow or later today. I'm supposed to speak with BBC. If they thought that they are going to destroy me, they try to hurt my livelihood, to destroy me financially. One thing should be clear. If I cannot play my saxophone anymore, which is hardly the case, saxophone is very small, I can go everywhere. If needed, I'll play in Iran. If I cannot play my saxophone, I will drive a minicab. I'll be a taxi driver, and I'll say what I have to say. No, there is no way to silence me. It is just, they achieve one thing. It always backfires. I always win. In all those battles, all those years, they may have to find a softer target. With me, it's not going to work. I'm slightly more sophisticated than them. and I'll give them a good fight.
Good conclusion, Gilad Atzmon. Thank you
Love you,
for
man.
giving us an interview.
Thank you, man.
Good
Bye-bye.
luck. Bye.
Bye-bye.